Filthy, get out in 20 minutes, or I call the police and tell them you touched these boys inappropriately. Richard pinned me against the hallway wall and gave me the ultimatum, all because I picked up his crying son to soothe him. I was 16, and he was a licensed family counselor. My mother stood next to him. She didn't defend me. She opened the front door to the rain. "You are going to die alone," she said, "and you will deserve it." I packed 2 trash bags of clothes and walked 1.5 miles to my grandfather's porch. I didn't cry. I went to work. Year 1, I worked 25 hours a week at a supply yard while finishing high school. I graduated with a 3.6 GPA. My grandparents signed the guardianship papers. We cut all contact. Year 3, I skipped the dorm life. I worked framing crews during the day and took construction management classes at night. I paid cash for every credit hour. I learned to read blueprints while Richard was raising his perfect twins. Year 6, I landed a junior project manager role. $65,000 starting salary. I bought a foreclosed fixer-upper for $80,000. I rewired the electrical, hung the drywall, and laid the floors myself on weekends. Year 10, I paid off the mortgage. I had 0 debt. Year 16, I was promoted to senior project manager. $135,000 base salary plus performance bonuses. I managed multi-million-dollar commercial sites. I drove a brand new, paid-off truck. My credit score was 810. I had erased them from my life. They hadn't heard my voice since the night I left. Then Richard showed up at my job site. He looked 10 years older. My mother was with him, looking at my truck with hungry eyes. They didn't apologize. They demanded. "The twins are starting college," Richard said, standing in the dirt. "We know what you make. You owe us. We pushed you out of the nest so you could fly. That was our gift to you." My mother nodded. "We're a family. You can't hoard wealth while your brothers struggle." I didn't yell. I didn't throw a punch. I told site security to escort them off the property for trespassing. But I needed to know why a successful counselor needed money from the filthy stepson. I went to the state licensing board database. The search results were instantaneous. Richard didn't have a counseling license anymore. It was revoked 3 years ago. Cause: 4 counts of federal insurance fraud and 2 settled lawsuits for inappropriate relationships with vulnerable female patients. The man who accused me of being a predator was a registered offender of professional ethics. I didn't keep it to myself. I compiled the court documents, the license revocation order, and the fraud details into a single PDF. I emailed it to every aunt, uncle, and cousin in the family directory. Subject line: the reason they need money. The fallout was total. The extended family cut them off. Their support network evaporated overnight. They sold their house to pay legal fees. They moved into a 1-bedroom apartment. The twins dropped out to flip burgers. My mother came to my electronic gate last week. She was crying, holding the bars. "We have nothing," she sobbed. "Richard can't work. We are going to die alone." I looked at her through the camera. "You're right," I said. "And you deserve it."